Josh.
Apologize! Why would you say that?
Hop out. Stop. Hey.
I think I broke my nose. I want to move to Europe.
I mean, before we severed our ties, I would show up late to work because I didn't want to be there.
Now, I have broken a promise that I have made to many of you because, as I keep saying, I really do not want to talk about Joshua Block again. Mostly because you run out of things to say. Originally, when I covered his situation, it was like, haha, the guy freaks out in public, Lamau. But then the more you watch the videos, you realize that this is someone with legitimate learning disabilities who has become a complete alcoholic crash out, and everyone around him is taking advantage of him. I mean, the last video I made talking about Josh was like December last year, which was literally titled, by the way, this is my last video talking about this. Now, in the past, I have put out community posts basically asking you, what should I cover? And a lot of you have said Joshua Block. I've abstained. But the reason why I'm breaking that truce and I'm talking about him is because one of the biggest leeches known in the influencer industry has somehow gravitated towards Josh. And that is, of course, Jack Doaty. And I do want to say as well, like, one of the reasons why I basically stopped covering Josh is because I do follow his socials, like, for example, his TikTok and his Instagram. The stuff that he puts up is him either drinking in a bar or becoming drunk and basically just trauma dumping onto the internet, because the guy is basically so lonely because he's surrounded by leeches. He doesn't have anyone to talk to. Like, there was this one video that he posted recently, and it's genuinely really sad. It's basically him talking about the fact that his mother died, you know, when he was young, and he, for whatever reason, he feels responsible for that.
My mother died of stage 4 ovarian cancer back in 2015. So, like, she was fighting for her life in the hospital for years. And my abusive father overdosed her on morphine, and she died in her sleep. I feel really guilty, okay, because I misbehaved. I ran away from home twice. I feel like that I contributed to her death. How could I sleep at night?
And the thing is as well, if you go into like Josh's comment section, it's just always people like roasting him, bullying him, encouraging his, you know, rampant alcoholism. But even here, like the top comments have actually seen, like, you know, that this is someone, and he's not just like everyone's jester. This is someone who is genuinely hurting. Like, top comment here, Josh, please go get some help. Go see a therapist or psychiatrist. You could use some peace. This one is actually pretty sad. I know he's a pretty wild dude, but I still feel bad for him. This one's not funny. Good luck, buddy. So it's nice to see that people, you know, on the internet, eventually, if someone does open up enough, it actually breaks through to them and they realize, okay, this guy's done some really stupid, questionable things. But at the same time, like, he's just a kid, man, and he's just hurting. Like, it's just sad. This is why I stopped talking about this stuff. Now, when I did conclude the last Joshua Block video, I was basically, you know, leaving the door open saying, I really hope he gets the help he needs. I really hope that there is some kind of change. I think he even talked about at one point cutting back on his drinking. 8 months later, none of that seems to have happened. If anything, it just seems to have gotten much worse because unfortunately, Josh is usually a product of the people that surround him. Now, I have talked about this a lot, that Josh has jumped from friend group to friend group. Well, not really friends, people that would just take complete advantage of him. Like, for example, I talked about Mr. Based. He's now actually left Mr. Based, and he's actually done some videos saying that he's planning on suing him. And apparently, Mr. Based has been handed like cease and desist letters, and the guy's just not even acknowledging them.
I caught Mr. Based, aka Jason Itzler, making knockoff Ahoy merch. I mean, before we severed our ties, I would show up late to work because I didn't want to be there. The last time we were together, he put fentanyl in my drink and I was rushed to the ICU. I mean, anybody can make rip-off Ahoy merch, but people will still want my version. I'm not too concerned about that, but I will be suing for tampering with my Smirnoff Ice.
Now, Mr. Based was someone who definitely took advantage of Josh constantly. You know, I mean, this is the same guy that would basically promote to you going out into broad daylight and staring directly at the sun. For obvious reasons, you can guess that's not a very good idea. So, you know, Mr. Beast probably didn't have the most sound mind imaginable, but Josh left that arc. It's over. But instead of fixing himself up and being around people that could support him, unfortunately, it seems to have gotten worse because he's been taken under the wing of Jack Doaty. Now, Jack Doaty, he needs no introduction. I and many other channels have done various videos documenting his, you know, outrageous behavior, how he just acts like a complete man-child. And I didn't even know until recently, he originally got to fame from this video 8 years ago where he was flipping water bottles in his room. How does he look 10 and like 40 at the same time? I think the most recent time on this channel I've talked about Jack is when he crashed like some sports car, like a Lamborghini or something. Basically, the entire time, he was just obsessed with getting clips for it.
Oh, Michael, are you okay? Bro, my whole fucking car, bro. Michael, here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too?
This is also the same guy as well who originally got famous and everyone on the internet hated him because he'd walk around shopping malls with a security guard. He kind of bully people, start on them. And then this security guard, for whatever reason, apparently he had no moral compass, would break up the fight, like making out that the guy that wasn't Jack was the instigator, even though Jack was being a complete asshole and starting all of these altercations.
What? Well, bro, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro? Yeah.
Now, there's actually already a video that's up on Jack's channel, and it's called Joshua Block Crashed Out on Me. And the title alone, it really tells you everything you need to know about the situation. The thing is, there have been loads and loads of YouTubers and content creators that have like used Joshua Block in content. By me talking about him, I'm doing the exact same thing. But I mean, some good examples here is Danny Duncan. He actually did a video like 8 months ago. I never did a slot video on it, but I think I watched it on stream. And it was basically, I spent 24 hours with Joshua Block. And that video at the time, people said it was very exploitative, taking advantage of Josh. But honestly, looking back on it, it's probably one of the most wholesome collabs he's had, mostly because Danny and his group tried to do as much with Josh as possible that didn't revolve around alcohol. I mean, I think they're driving RVs, destroying cars, like in the middle of a field and stuff, playing a bit of pool as well. But, you know, they're basically doing anything they can to get Josh to at least abstain from alcohol for a little bit, you know, to kind of get him out that vicious cycle of this is all there is to life. Like there's much more to life than just you drinking.
We're at Calico Jack's. Josh brought me here. Josh is a very nice guy. I like him. He's very nice, very wholesome. Seems like a pure guy. But yeah, he definitely loves alcohol. He just can't stop talking about drinking. He just wants to drink. It's nighttime. He has to drink at nighttime. Yeah, get it, Josh. Scare it. Scare it, Josh.
Go! Shoo! It's bulletproof. I know it's bulletproof.
It's not bulletproof.
Now, was that going to cure his alcoholism that's been going on for years? No, but it might have actually opened a bit of a door there for Josh to realize there's a bit more to life. Even, you know, you could say it was exploitative, but compared to the amount of people that have surrounded Josh, Danny's basically a saint in comparison. Now, in this Jack Doaty video, he really doesn't try to hide that no care is being taken for Josh whatsoever. I mean, the guy has like cuts, bruises all on his legs, his hands, his clothes don't even look washed. He's even talking at one point about trying to get out of Florida before he has the Baker Act enacted on him. If you don't know what the Baker Act is, by the way, in Florida, it basically gives like judges, police, health practitioners the legal right to put you into a psych ward. That is, if they believe that you would cause harm to yourself or to others.
Honestly, I gotta get out of Florida before they Baker Act me.
And again, unfortunately, it would not be difficult for anyone in any of those practices to detain Josh because there are multiple videos, multiple stream clips of him, you know, just crashing out at people, screaming slurs in public, kicking cars. There was even some examples that I talked about when he was with Mr. Bass that he was like, you know, pushing people and stuff in public or like kicking people, like people that he didn't even know.
Hey. No! No, get back! No!
There's this weird part in the video where Jack is on the phone to this person called Michael, and then he says something to Josh that obviously really upsets him, but they do cut out what was said, but it's still not a great sign. I mean, Jack is the same person who posts videos of him crashing his car, getting investigated by CPS. So this guy basically has no limits, but he still chose to cut out what was said about Joshua there. So that is very concerning. Now, whatever was said, Josh completely freaks out. You know, he starts grabbing his phone, saying he's not being paid enough.
Yo, Michael, why would you say that? Michael, he just, Josh.
Apologize!
Josh, let go of the phone, please.
I don't get paid enough.
Okay.
I make more than you,
Ow,
bitch.
Josh, let go of me, please.
Now, I know that Josh has this entire bit about saying how much money he makes and he makes more than you, but like if you read between the lines here, it seems to hint that Jack has some kind of like financial power over Josh. Again, keep in mind with Josh, I'm sure he makes good money. I mean, he posts on TikTok like 20 times a day, the same as Instagram. I mean, short form content, it makes no money compared to an actual YouTube video. He probably has like a streaming contract. I mean, I've seen him stream on this website called Party before, but Josh does not, to me personally, seem like someone who is very good with their money because he's constantly staying in different hotels every night, and alcohol as well, especially when, you know, he was in New York so much and traveling the world, you know, that can really rack up insane costs. As they're getting out the van, Josh again just continues this complete meltdown, screaming completely incoherently.
Why would he say that?
I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Why?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry. I'm actually no. Josh. Yo, hop out. Hop out. Hop out. Hop out. No. Josh.
So again, Josh is in another horrible situation because he's surrounded by people that are purposely taking advantage of him, purposely egging him on because, you know, if Josh sits there eating his tub of Pringles, where's the clip farm? Where's the clip farm? There's no clip farm. No, Josh, you need to be having a mental breakdown, dude. You gotta be having a mental breakdown right now. Why is this shirt so fucking oversized? He does have a snatched waist. Anyways, so Josh just keeps running around, screaming incoherently still. And then you can actually hear another voice yelling back, which we can assume to be Michael.
They followed the van.
Yo.
They followed the van, bro. Relax.
I make more money than you!
Josh.
Further agitating him so Jack can get, you know, the hilarious lol, the alcoholic with learning disabilities crashed out, guys. Who could have seen that coming? That's 10 out of 10 hilarious. Josh also starts to bite his arm, which is like kind of a stress relief stim kind of thing. You know, I mean, it's even reported that like a lot of autistic children, they'll basically like chew like a non-edible object to try and, you know, regulate their behavior. Dude, I used to do that when I was a kid, like bite my arm when I was like 7. Now, I have talked about Josh in many videos, but one thing that is his kryptonite, one thing that intentionally sets him off is the infamous line, put the fries in the bag, bro.
Put the fries in the bag. In the fucking bag?
I'm not sure where this meme started, to be fair. I think Josh was told to say it inside like a McDonald's or something at one point, but then people started to retroactively use it against him, basically saying that he's got no money and he's completely fell off. And you can tell when Josh hears this, it's not a clip farm. It's not him overreacting. It's almost like, you know when you talk to like an NPC in Oblivion and you spam like the grayed out box, the dialogue that you know is already going to be said and they still say the same thing anyway?
Put the fries in the bag.
It's kind of like that. It's a pre-generated response. He will immediately get so angry, he will start talking about how much he makes, how much he's worth, how he makes more than the person that accused him of putting the fries in the bag. And does anyone in the group try to stop the altercation?
No.
You know why? You never interrupt the clip farm, ever. I'm pretty sure Jack Doaty has like these 10 commandments, like 9 of them just say do not interrupt the clip farm, and then the 10th one will just say something about underpaying OnlyFans girls. The guy that's filming this stream or video or whatever, like he's saying stop but doesn't do anything. And the thing is, this is exactly what Mr. Bass would do. Mr. Bass would be streaming Josh having a crash out and he'd be going, no, stop, but like not actually try to do anything because it's like, wait, if I stop the bad thing from happening, there's no clips. No one cares.
I'll fucking kill you!
And then Jack just totally allows all of this to happen as well. And he's got this like complete shit-eating grin on his face the entire time.
Oh my God. Stop. Hey, stop, bro. Stop.
You don't say that!
Hey, stop, bro. Stop.
So pretty much everyone in the group allows this complete harassment to happen. That's until like one of Jack's orbiters basically grabs Josh by the neck and then like pushes him away. This guy keeps provoking Josh over and over, and then finally, when the stream might get taken down, someone actually steps in because Josh is just kicking someone.
If you respect it, you can't say that!
It's okay. Sorry. No, bro. Relax.
There's also this clip as well that Jack posted to his Instagram. Josh is being held down while he's like yelling to be given universal health care. And then Josh basically starts to self-harm on stream, like he's punching himself in the face. And again, we've seen this pattern of behavior that he's had before, biting himself, like, you know, punching himself. And it's just the fact that like this shit is actually allowed to be streamed and like put on YouTube and fully monetized. It's fucked.
Give me my fucking universal health care! I thought I was biting my own arm.
Like, you can see the video. It's a really hard watch, but like they are treating this like mentally ill individual like he's a fucking circus animal. I mean, look at that clip with Jack that he posted. Like, he posted it, by the way. This wasn't one of his friends. He was proud to post this one. There's like 5 people all sat there like with their phones, like just recording the guy. If anything, this reminds me of like one of the Black Mirror trailers back when it was ran by Channel 4 in the UK before Netflix bought it and kind of semi-ruined it. But there's this one scene where you've got like this baby and like, you know, this entire family is trying to take pictures of it, obviously to get more likes on Instagram. And it starts off being wholesome, but then it just ends up becoming fucking demonic.
No more. Be yourself. No more.
I mean, it's really obvious that Josh is in such a terrible mental state now that he's basically using self-harm as a form of emotional regulation. Look, I don't want to be sat here, you know, like the Reddit armchair therapist, you know, just kind of sat here smoking my pipe, be like, well, I can see from his body language, he might have autism. But it's more in the sense of like, he's been crashing out so much. He's obviously not mentally well. There is a lot of things going on. And then he's being purposely put in these really tense situations. And if he is someone that's like autistic or something, that would be terrible for like the average person, let alone someone that is Joshua Block. I mean, there's this condition called alexithymia that is actually pretty common with people that have autism. It's basically like the inability or difficulty to recognize, manage, or express certain emotions. And for some people, but by the way, I'm not doing this thing where it's like, everyone with autism does this thing, by the way. I'm not saying that, but that can explain, you know, why some people that have autism have these huge meltdowns because they struggle to express what they're feeling and it becomes too overwhelming. But on top of that as well, you are plying this guy with alcohol constantly. You already have this like neurotypical brain that can like barely function in, you know, the current world as is. And then you give them alcohol, it's just going to exacerbate every single problem he already has. Now, there was another stream. Of course, there was another stream. We gotta milk Joshua Block for all he is worth. Now, this stream actually got a lot more attention than the last stream, mostly because of Joshua's behavior. Now, if you're unaware, Jack Doaty, he has tried everything. And one thing that gets insane views right now is these predator catching videos. So they call up this guy who apparently thinks that he's gonna have a threesome with 2 underage girls.
Well, I'll see you in like 12 minutes then. You can leave now.
Yeah, so you gonna work there too, or is it just you and I?
Yeah, her too.
This is all while there's a gathering going on at his house and Joshua Block is there. And of course, Jack, having the same IQ as the Oracle from the first Matrix film, he thinks, this is a sting where there could be an actual predator. How do I make sure that this is taken seriously by authorities? I know, let's bring Joshua Block in. So he organizes Josh to walk into the room with this supposed predator, basically claiming to be the older brother of one of the girls.
Josh, wait, there's a guy coming here, right? To meet, because he thinks he's gonna meet with Isabel and this other girl, right? And he thinks that he's right? He wants to meet up with 2 girls, right? So you're gonna play their brother, all right? And when he comes here, we're gonna let you go into the room and you just gotta walk around, like maybe like, be like, where's the remote? Where's the remote? You know? Try to kick it with them and watch TV and you know? All right, and just pretend like nothing's happening. All right, you got that. We're gonna bring it up.
So Josh is given this like Black Ops tier debrief, you know, where like you know in Black Ops when you start the mission, all the messages start to slowly get censored. So he tries to walk back into the house to go into the bathroom. The problem is he doesn't see the glass door and he walks right into it, almost breaking his nose.
He's fine. He got that. He noted it. We're good.
So immediately, he thinks it's fractured. He starts freaking out, claiming that he doesn't have insurance. And does anyone support him? Does anyone help him? No, they start laughing at him, which causes him to crash out even more and start hitting himself in the face.
My nose! I think it's fractured!
Okay.
I don't have insurance! Okay. Oh! I think I broke my nose! What happened? Stop! It's all your fault!
Now, one thing that Josh does talk about quite a lot is his absolute disdain and hatred for America. And he actually wants to move to Europe. And this is brought up quite a lot. Now, there could be many reasons for this. The first being you're in America, Lamau. Bro, why do you think I moved to Australia and not America? But I think one of the biggest copes he's mentioned it for is universal healthcare as well. Even in the first clip here, like he talks about wanting to get out of Florida and spoke about how his family were stupid for moving from Italy.
I want to move to Europe! I want my I miss my home. I miss Italy. I'm 75% Italian. My great-grandma was born in Italy. Yeah, that stupid who willfully comes to the United States.
At one point in the stream, someone starts playing out loud the American national anthem, which causes Josh to get very, very angry at them. You know, swiping at their phone, telling him to turn it off.
Take that!
It's not you, Josh.
I will smash your phone!
I don't even, Josh.
He also threatened at one point, which definitely won't be used against him, that he was going to blow up the White House.
I will blow up the fucking White House!
Oh.
And he's also glad that 9/11 happened, because America apparently deserved it.
Thank God 9/11 happened!
Josh, shut up. Take that back.
They deserved it. America's a backwards, primitive country.
I mean, honestly, if you're saying things like that, I feel that the mental health professionals won't get to Josh first. It will probably be the FBI. Now, I really, really, really wish I could end this video by saying, you know, there's a little shimmer of hope, some chance he could turn it around, but it just seems that Josh is on this completely self-destructive path, because at the minute, I feel like the guy, it's a mix between, unfortunately, addicted to clout and then also being taken advantage by people around him. He's not in the best mental state at the minute. He hasn't been for a while, and it seems that he's only getting worse and worse. And I swear to, like, this is one of the reasons why I don't like talking about Josh, because I swear what will happen one day, people will find out that he died, and then the people that have taken advantage of him will basically turn around and say, oh, well, I wasn't the bad guy. It was you. You gave me $10 to shout at him. It wasn't me. It's a difficult one because, like, anyone that interacts with Josh on stream, I'm not saying that they have to be the intervention. They have to save Josh. Like I'm not saying that. I don't agree with that at all. But it's like they keep putting him in these situations that makes him stressed, that makes him anxious, that makes him crash out. And it obviously deteriorates his mental health more and more. And you can only push someone like that so far until they hit a complete breaking point. You know, there's videos of Josh. He's like sweating heavily. He can't even stand up straight. He's throwing up at parties he's going to. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to end the video. I just really wish the guy could get some kind of help, like an intervention or something.